Hello everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT, and in today's video I'm bringing you one of the best tactics I've seen not just in FM22 but for a long time. It's a very fun tactic, gets you loads of goals, plays some really entertaining football, and in this simulation it does amazing with both small teams and big teams and gets so many great results. And I'm not going to waste too much time talking about it, I just want to show it to you guys. So let's run the intro and get right into it. Hi everybody, Jake here, and as I mentioned in that intro, we've got an amazing tactic for you today. Stick with me through the video, promise me you will, because there's a lot to get into, a lot of amazing results that we're going to find when we dig deeper into goal scorers and team performance and that kind of thing. Don't worry, it's not just Manchester United we use here, we use plenty of teams with varying levels of quality to see the different results you guys could get. But before we look into how to set it up and the results that it does get for us, I'd like to ask you guys, if you could, to hit the like button. It really helps support the videos on the channel. January and February are quite tough months on YouTube, so any support to help show the videos to as many people as possible would be greatly appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and comment down below with your favourite tactic of FM22. Also, last thing, if you want to check out my channel and my Wolfsburg save, any support over there is greatly appreciated. If you want to drop a subscribe, I'd love it. But here we go. This is the Kashmir Nap 4123. Now, for most of you, I'll leave a link in the description to where you can download it. But if you want to set this up yourself, I'll show you all the details and instructions of it here. Obviously, it's a 4-1-2-3 system with a sweeper keeper on attack. He's looking to tackle harder where possible. We've got two ball-playing defenders on defend who like to stay wider and tackle harder. We've got a complete wing-back on attack on either side. The one on the right likes to take more risks and close down more, and the one on the left likes to take more risks and tackle harder. We've got a defensive midfielder on support with all of the instructions that you can see on screen there. We've got a Mezzala on attack with, again, all the additional instructions are the ones with a little cog next to it. They're the ones that you'll have to set yourself if you're not downloading the tactic. A central midfielder on attack, and again there's a bunch there that we're looking for him to do. Then up front it gets very interesting. We've got two false nines on support who like to roam from positions and move into channels, and then we've got an advanced forward who likes to tackle harder, mark tighter, and take more risks. It's a very attacking mentality, so it does score a lot of goals. It's not the world's best defensive tactic, don't get me wrong, but the amount of goals it scores is incredible, and the results that you're about to see are genuinely insane. Here's what it's looking to do in possession. As you can see, it's an extremely high tempo tactic with a slightly shorter passing directness and a few other instructions that you can see sprinkled around the place there. In transition, we're looking to counter when we win possession and counter press as soon as possession has been lost. And here are your lines of engagement and other out of possession instructions. So that's what we're looking for. As you can see, it is a very intense tactic. The teams that we'll be testing it out with today are a few teams from each league. You can see them listed here. So in the Premier League, we have got Manchester United and Aston Villa, two teams that are predicted to finish on opposite ends of the table. In Spain, we have Granada and Real Sociedad, neither of which are expected to do amazing numbers. Granada particularly, you would expect to finish in the lower half of the league. In France, we're using Nice and Angers, who are again another team that aren't expected to do too much. And then in Italy, we've got Napoli and Sassuolo. So we've got teams of varying quality in there, and on the most part, all these teams succeed on an amazing standard. So without further ado, let's go into looking at how well this tactic has done. Okay, here we are. Do bear with me because there's so many things I want to show you in this video, so many interesting little bits of information that have appeared from this tactic simulation. So we've got Manchester United winning the league, not all that surprising, but doing it by a pretty comfortable points margin with a 91 goal difference. But they've won the triple here, winning the Champions League and the FA Cup in this simulation. But more surprisingly, I would say, is Aston Villa coming in 4th place and getting a UCL spot. They've done super well for themselves, so it's nice to see them doing so well. My favourite thing from the Premier League simulations is this result from the ever great Cristiano Ronaldo. 38 league appearances, 49 goals, 58 appearances in all competitions, and 82 goals in all comps. That is incredible results from Ronaldo. We're going to look at all the other leagues in a second, but just to give you a feel of how this tactic does, there's a lot of very high scoring games. I think there was an 11-0 somewhere in here. I mean, if you're looking this month, we're winning 7-0, 4-1, 5-0, 5-0, completely dominating the opposition. 11-0 here against Watford in the league is a crazy result. So many amazing performances from our team, taking us all the way to a Champions League final. There's a 6-1 win against PSG here as well. The team does incredible, and I'm sure you can all agree, this isn't just any random tactic. This is done absolutely amazing for us here. Bruno Fernandes with 43 assists. Explain that to me, guys. I have no clue how he's done so well, but incredible from Bruno there. But the fun certainly doesn't stop there as we head over to Spain to see Sociedad have won the league, and Granada, of all teams, have came second, only 3 points off what Sociedad did. Sociedad went all the way to the Europa League final where they lost to Napoli, another one of our teams in this tactic who we'll get into looking at later, but they've done so well. Granada have done amazingly too. I'll quickly switch over to them, but trust me, there's something I really need to show you with Sociedad. But if you look at competitions for Granada, I mean, it's been very impressive. You would not expect a team like this to do so well. Beating Sevilla 7-2 in the league away, for example, is a result I don't think any Granada fan would ever think they'd witness. Beating Atletico Madrid 4-0 away. This is genuinely one of the best tactics I've seen. You could arguably suggest it's game breaking. It's doing so well. But the thing I want to show you with Sociedad is you don't really need specific players to make this tactic run amazingly, because Sociedad have Alexander Isak, as you all know. Now, Isak is an incredible player, and in this simulation he did so well for us at Sociedad that he ended up moving to Tottenham for £60 million in January. So keep an eye out here. We lose Isak on the 15th of January, and we have Surloff as our other striker. So now if we go to our schedule and go to around the 15th of January, we can see proceeding up to that game, Alexander Isak hat-trick. Isak with another hat-trick. We follow it up with another 2 goals from Isak, and then at this point he leaves and Surloff comes in. Now Surloff isn't as good as Isak, but he steps into the team, scores 2, scores a hat-trick after, scores 2 more goals following that. You can just see what we're talking about here. Surloff comes in, slots straight into the tactic and scores goals after goals. And the levels that these teams have reached is incredible. I think the Spanish League results are some of my favourites, and there's still plenty to get into in this video as we head over to Italy. Now, Italy is the first place where one of our teams didn't succeed. So we've got Napoli finishing as champions of Italy with 93 points, only 5 games lost, 85 goal difference, 45 goal difference above the challengers Milan. And then if you go all the way down, you'll see Sassuolo, 63 points isn't too bad. One more win would have took them above Juventus, Roma and Lazio, but it seemed it wasn't to be for Sassuolo in the simulation, but you could argue that's still a very good result for them as a team. At least it's where you'd expect them to be. But Napoli have been exceptional yet again, another team in this tactic that is really shining. Going on to win the Europa League, they beat plenty of good teams along the way. They almost did the treble as well because they won the Europa League, the league, and lost in the final of the cup, I believe. But the results are genuinely incredible. You only have to look at some of the goal scoring statistics here. I mean, 6-0 against Lazio in the Serie A goes to show just how strong this tactic is. I mean, look at all the goals we're scoring. This must be so much fun. And if we head over to France, our 2 teams, Angers and Nice, have done very well. Angers particularly would never expected to have finished so high. Neither of them won the league because of the dominance of PSG. But bear in mind, our Manchester United team beat them, like 6-1 with this tactic. So it's great to see both of them finishing higher than any other competition in the league. Nice came runners-up in the Coupe de France, but we have done so well. If we have a look at some of the competition statistics, can we do that? Here you go. This is the highest scorer in all competitions in a league that features the likes of Mbappe. It's Andy Delort hitting 37 goals in 34 appearances in the league with 45 goals in 40 appearances overall. You're going to get so many goals out of this. I think the best place to probably look for statistics about how the team plays, we'll just do it in one league. But if we go to La Liga, we'll check out team overview first just to see how well we did. Most goals are from both of our teams by a long margin. Neither of our teams ranked too highly defensively, but I wouldn't have expected that. But clearly attack is the best form of defense with this tactic. Player overview, we're looking at some of the highest goal scorers in the league. Obviously, Isak did leave, which meant that Surloff didn't play the full season. If he had, he would have for sure smashed Iago Aspas in terms of the goals that he's got. The top assist makers in the league all come from our 4 teams. And if we just go into some team detailed statistics to finish off, just to see some of the cool things that we've done. This is probably my favourite, the goals per game. We've got a 2.8 here for Real Sociedad and a 2.75 for Granada. This tactic is just so fun to watch, so many goals scored. It's just amazing, unbelievable stuff. If you want to check it out, I'm sure you'd all absolutely love it. To sum up the performance of the tactic, we've got players far exceeding the goals you'd expect them to score. We've got teams finishing way higher than they should have. The best of teams are loving this tactic and doing super well, your Napolis and your Manchester Uniteds, but then the teams that you maybe wouldn't expect to be at the top of the leagues, your Granadas, your Angers, your Nices, even your Sociedads really, are getting very high up and challenging for them top spots, particularly in Spain, where both of our 2 teams have dominated the league. It's great fun. We're talking 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-0 wins every month or so. So it's just absolutely amazing. If you do like it, feel free to check it out in the description and download it there. Shout out Nat for making the tactic, and a good shout out to my friend Rober at FMSCOUT who did this whole simulation for me using the tactic. It's done incredibly well and some great results, so thank you for the help there. Like the video if you did enjoy and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye.